on the rugged coastline of Crete's wild, wild west. It's an untamed coast dominated by jagged cliffs, part of the Catrulis mountain range that tumbles into the Med. And scattered across these honey-coloured rocks is a home whose design mimics a ship that's run aground and been broken up by this dangerous stretch of shore. But this is no wreck. Villa Hermes is a marvellous contemporary home that's a match for the awe-inspiring scenery it sits in. The person lucky enough to own it is property manager Natasha Zaridi.
This is incredible. What an amazing place. I mean, the coast is beautiful. And look at the house. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
I like the way it sort of staggers down the hillside and kind of fits into the landscape rather than dominating it.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, if you see the steep cliffs and the untamed rocks, led us to this unconventional construction, I would say.
So the house sort of shaped itself around the landscape rather than
exactly.
The other way
We follow
around.
the landscape. We follow the...
Well, I can see why. I mean, it's such a beautiful spot. I mean, it's just, I'm speechless, really. It's so beautiful.
Villa Hermes was built in 2014 as a summer house for Natasha and her family, who split their time between here and Athens. They chose this dramatic location because of deep-rooted family connections to this particular part of Crete.
This is the place where my maternity grandfather was born.
Okay,
And
so your
though...
mother's father.
Exactly. He always talking about his hometown, and I would say that he passed the passion and the love for his hometown to his daughter, and then to his grandchildren as well. So
this is almost like a mythical place, is it?
I could say. For my family it is. For my family it is indeed.
Can we go and have a look around?
Of course.
Resist a dip in the glass-edged, 60-foot-long infinity pool, and you're drawn into a house that's sumptuous without being ostentatious. The interior is stripped back and unfussy. Swathes of glass form the facade. Oak floors add warmth, as do rough-rendered stone walls. While the exposed steel frame, complete with raw industrial bolts, reaffirms the feeling this is a 19th century ocean-going vessel that's been washed ashore. This is luxurious living that blends exterior and interior seamlessly, making you question whether you're actually inside or out.
This is our mini garden, and it's planted with local flora, herbs, citrus trees that you can use when cooking, or if you would like to prepare a mojito, for example.
You can just go and open the doors, and it's open to the sky, so it's completely
it's
like
open.
a bit of garden that you've slotted right into the middle of the house.
Protected from the wind. It's like a greenhouse, but in the heart of the house.
The villa has 3 simply furnished bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms that offer breathtaking views whichever way you look. They all flow out to infinity pools and private terraces covered by stylish sunshades made from African teak, because the raison d'etre of this place is to revel in its location.
This is amazing. I love the way it sort of just seems to almost feel like it cantilevers out.
Mm-hmm.
And these sort of sunshades are really nice. They define the sort of shape, don't they, really nicely? The fact that all of these little terraces have the kind of corresponding shading makes it feel much more like outside rooms.
Yes. Actually, this is the advantage of this house, that you have always the feeling of being close to the nature.
Yeah.
But this house isn't just close to the rocky environment in which it sits. It literally embraces it.
This rock was the starting point of the whole architectural design.
For the whole of the house?
Exactly.
It revolves around that rock?
Yes.
I mean, it's like a massive, massive boulder.
It is, it is. Could you believe it?
Yeah. No, it's a nice concept. So this is why the volumes are broken up and everything sort of staggers down around it.
Exactly. For me, the rock symbolizes permanence
Yeah.
and stability.
Gravity, weight.
Exactly. So I think that it's only something positive for the house to have it in the center of the house.
The boulder's so integral to the design that Natasha's replaced partition walls with glazed panels, giving almost every room in the house a glimpse of that special stone. And all this glass makes Villa Hermes shimmer in the Cretan sun. But her favourite place in this very special home by the Med means crossing a delightful garden stocked with hardy thorns and lavender. It's a spectacular guest house that seems like it's actually floating above the Mediterranean.
Oh, wow.
Here we are.
Wow, that is amazing.
This is my favorite spot.
That has brought the biggest smile to my... When you walk in, you think like you're just floating above the sea.
So I think that you agree with me why
Yeah.
this is my favorite spot.
Yeah.
It's like being on a sailing boat, like you're in the middle of the sea, just you and the boat. It's not only my favorite room. Almost all our friends want to stay here.
I bet you've got a lot of friends who... Hey, are you going over? I want to...
Yes, but we're coming here only with a very close one.
Right, yeah. No, no, no.
As I said, it's like being on a sailing boat, and when you're in a boat in the middle of the sea, you
What
always
good
select
friends.
good friends to come with you.
Rather than socialising, for me this home would be the perfect spot to enjoy some solitude and seclusion.
You just need a book and a glass of wine.
Done.
That's all you need.
Done. Beautiful. That is utterly, utterly jaw-dropping.
Visiting Natasha's stunning home in this remote part of Crete has been a marvellous introduction to the remarkable coastal landscape and fantastic houses this island has to offer.